Bubba's Homebrew.
Coming at you guys.
Looky here, it's Christian and Brewdog. Oh yeah, he's already been lapping on some good beer.
Oh, he's thirsty.
Speaking of good beer, we've got a beer from Deschutes, you know, our local amazing brewery. It is the Big Red. Now, I've had Big Red for about a year now, I think. It is a big Imperial Red Ale aged in Cabernet and Syrah casks for 6 months at 9.3% ABV. It is 9.3% ABV and 60 IBUs.
That is an amazing sounding red ale, I must say. Because the cool thing about it is it also has experimental hops. It's got the Tettnang, it's got the Cascade, and the East Kent Goldings, which is kind of different to add the East Kent in there.
Yeah, so interesting. So you got some of those like UK mellow hops along with some Cascade and then experimental hops. So
I mean, I'm a red ale guy, but now you're talking about putting a red ale in like wine barrels?
Yeah, 2 different ones. So we're gonna get this wax up and we're gonna give it a try. Okay, so there's red, but it's like a copper and a very thin head. Of course, this has been aged for a year. We'll let Christian take a peek and I'm gonna get a head start on the nose.
Yeah, I mean, it's really light for a red. It almost looks like an Imperial IPA when you're
yeah, pretty
at
nearly. It's got red, but it's got the orange hues. But wait till you get the nose. And then the game changer. Here it is. I mean, you get the nose. It is a, I like to call it a copper nose anymore. I kind of want to call it that red ale nose.
Yeah.
But it's wonderful. So you get the vinous characteristics coming through, but it's got that nice sweetness. And it's like candied fruits coming into play here, you know? Caramel with candy fruits, brown sugars coming in, some honey effect is what I'm getting right off the top.
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to my Portland Reds right now, so I mean, it's got less hoppiness to it, less resinous, which is actually good for a red ale.
And aged a year, yeah.
And it's definitely got the wine barrel, you know, smell to it.
But there's more to it. I mean, I pull out some berry scents on there. I mean, I get a little bit of the raspberry and a little bit of the blackberry that you get from this area. You get some nice caramel on there, but you get some grapiness and almost like the skin of the grapes as well.
Get that amber smell to it also.
Yeah, you do. You do with the malt coming through. And the malt definitely comes through. It's not hidden. It's not buried under the barrel age and everything else.
It's balanced, actually. It's not dominant in one way to any smell.
Yeah, I almost wish I'd had it fresh as well. But, you know, the smell, you're right, it's smooth and a bit earthy now, which is real nice. And there's just some hint of spice. I'm not certain what that is, but there's like some earthy spice.
It's got this nice khaki head if you didn't ever say anything about it.
Yeah, you get a little more head, and it leaves a little bit of legs and lacing as well.
Yeah. All right, I think there's only one last thing to do.
I think we got to drink it. Cheers, everyone. That's so easy drinking, isn't it? A lot of characteristics going on, and we'll go through those, but it's just going down smooth after having a year of age.
Doesn't taste like 9.3% to me.
No.
It tastes like a normal red ale with the aged Cabernet and Syrah casks. Like, it really does taste like it's got that hint of wine in there.
I like the description of cask as opposed to barrel aged, and it's a low carbonation, which is nice, and it makes me think of those cask ales when I was in the UK. It really does. It's just a nice, smooth, low carbonation, which is wonderful.
But it does have a woodiness to it, I'd say.
Absolutely. And more than your normal just barrel aged, we're so used to our bourbon barrel aged things and so forth, but it's not as heavy in the wine that I thought it would be, like the Cabernet and Syrah characters. They're there, but they're not heavy, but that woodiness comes through big time. It's a nice American oak. It's
got more earthiness to it.
Yes. Yes, it does. And there's a lot of grapiness to it. and fruitiness and the berries. I mean, that's all there. Well, I'm polishing out the rest because he's got to drive. But it's time to put some numbers onto this one, and it's a very interesting beer. I'm enjoying it. I think you're less impressed.
Yes, less impressed, I'd say.
I'm gonna just jump right in. I got my numbers pre-prepped, and then I'll let Christian go. So for style, Imperial Red. Now, granted, I know this is like a year plus old at this point, and so but I've got to rate what I've got in front of me. And we both said we wish we had drank it when it first came out.
That's true.
Would have been nice to see what that was like, but I'm giving it 86 because Imperial Reds, I just like those brighter flavors, you know, for an Imperial Red, and it's not there. Now, the year is probably not going to be with any, but, and the fact that there's some barrel aging and things going on, it's going to change a lot of those factors. So it's easy drinking, though. 86 BB plus.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. For me, it's just, I think of Imperial Reds, and I've had quite a few good Imperial Reds from Laurelwood themselves. So, for me, it's not hitting the buttons. It needs to have a little bit more maltiness, more red flavors, a redder hue to it. It's really been thinned out, so it's lost the mouthfeel, and I'm going to give it a 79. Like,
Wow.
It's way overpowered by the cask taste to it.
Yeah, it does have a big cask taste. Overall, man, we changed because I appreciate aged wine. This is like back to the earth. This is really extremely earthy, smooth, and in that sense, I dig on that. I'm going all the way to a 90. Now, it's as high as I can go, but I'm going to a 90 on overall because I love the earthiness.
Well, you know, I do appreciate wines because I'm drinking a wine and I'm in the mood for a wine. It's when my beer tastes almost exactly like a wine, in a way. I know, we disagree on that, but I was trying to figure out a way how I would bring it up, but I'm just going to keep it a 79. And I'm just... It had potentials, but Deschutes needs to work in their red ale base in the first place before they start experimenting with red ales.
No, we so both agree that. So this is like their first Imperial Red, and they went big barrels. So oh well, what can you say, right?
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
But I'm winning and he's losing, so hey, there was more for me. So here it is, guys. This is the Big Red. Now, I think you might even be able to find a bottle of this still, to be honest with you, because it was a you love it, you hate it kind of beer. But if you like some older wines and you like some earthy stuff, go for it. If it's got to be sharp and hoppy, yeah, just pass this one by.
Just let it slide on by.
So, this is Kevin.
This is Christian
from Clement's Own Brew, and we're saying life is too short
to drink cheap beer.
And we will see you
on the next beer review.
This is off the beaten path, and that earthiness is fucked over by an airplane again.
Yes. Tell them how it is, airplane. Life sucks when... You know what we should do? Is find where they live, fly a plane, and then just circle around their house all day.
It's a trainer plane. I wanted to shoot the trainer.
We could circle the trainer's house all day.